Everyone, and welcome to, oh my goodness, starting this off with a bang, huh? Hello everyone, and welcome to Prime Perfection. So, this is the series where we talk about the powers, right? We compare powers and which one's better, which one's worse, or which one I would personally go with, alright? So, let's start off right here. And to be clear, here's the rules. We're gonna be doing the prime versions of each power. So when it says metal, we're expecting you can do anything with metal. Like we're talking magnetism, you can bend metal to however you want to. Um you can do you're pretty much the best with metal. Alright? That sounds wrong. Then you have addition. So, addition being such a. What's it called? It's such a big concept, right? What does it mean by addition? We have to talk about that. How can we apply addition into sort of scenarios? How can we apply them to this what ifs? So, are we talking like you can just make another thing out of nowhere? If we're talking that type of level of addition, that could be really cool. That could be really cool. That could be really practical. That could be literally everything you would want in a superpower. Metal bending is metal bending is so reliant on there being metal. I mean, nowadays it's very common, but let's say you're stranded in an island, right? You're stranded in an island. You have a, a bottle of water and some food. You're stranded. Oh, would you look at that? I have addition. I can just add another one and I can just get another one. No biggie. Like with metal bending, it's very unlikely that you would find metal in that sort of scenario. And that goes with like addition is like for anything, right? What's stopping you from making, I don't know, another Earth? We could another. I mean, if we want to really get crazy with it, we could go with money, right? That's one of the biggest problems. If you have this power, you can make you pretty much have unlimited money. So it's pretty broken. You can just add to things that you already see. And what if that includes fictional concepts? What if you can add things into reality? Like, let's say you have this character you like, you can add them to reality. So, not only can you you can manipulate reality. Can I just say that this is much better than metal bending. Like, what are you gonna use metal for, right? Yeah. So, I'm choosing addition. Oh god, this is terrible. Okay, we got, again, prime dumbness and then prime signal. I don't know how you're gonna get anything out of any of these, to be honest. Alright, we gotta go over prime dumbness. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? How are you gonna be prime at being dumb. How does that even work? um, yeah, really, how does that work? you're so you're telling me you're dumb, but not only are you dumb, you're the best at being dumb. Okay, like that's gonna do anything for you. Nice. Then we got signal. Like, okay, maybe you'll have infinite signal to anything. You don't have to get in, no more cringy Wi-Fi passwords, no more T-Mobile or any of those sort of companies. Like you can just access, like once you get a phone, you can just turn it on and do what and use it to its prime content. If you pick up what I'm putting down. So, and then maybe, hey, hear me out. If we're going, because we're going with prime perfection, right? We're going with the prime versions of powers. I should have called this prime powers. That's a missed opportunity there, huh? Signal. You gotta work on that. Signal, maybe you can. I'm really trying to like stretch this into a useful thing. Maybe you can talk to anyone from a from a long way, like using the phone signals. Maybe, I could like you're really pushing the limit here. This is also not guaranteed. Like the least you're gonna get is infinite connection, infinite signal to use your phone on. And that's granted if you have a phone. What if you don't have a phone? Whoop de doo. You're gone. So both of these kind of suck, but you got more options with Signal. I don't know about that dumbness. All right, let's do that. All right. So addition and Signal, both on the right side. Looks like I'm on the right side, guys. Alright, that was a terrible joke. Okay. Okay. You got me. Flawless. And we got power multiplier. And we're doing this to the prime content, alright? So question. What do we mean by flawless? This is the same thing we had with prime perfection. That's what created the series. How are we supposed to figure out that this means, like, what does this mean? What does prime flawless mean? Okay, you have no flaws, but you're the best at having no flaws. How does that, isn't it the same thing? But either way, that doesn't really have any supernatural intent. Like you can like kind of stretch it a bit, but like you're gonna have to do a whole lot of stretching to get some use out of it. I mean, and you being flawless, wouldn't that be boring? That's a pretty big flaw. With the power multiplier, you not only like yeah, you have flaws, but like you can get stronger, you can enjoy the journey, you can level up. Well, as you're flawless, you don't really get to do that. And even if you have all of all this power, you're still gonna, you're still gonna, well, eventually it's gonna not matter, right? Like if it's so easy that you can just not even snap just to get it, you can think for it to happen and it will just appear or just happen. Like that's not after a few years that's gonna get tiresome. It won't even take a century. And that's like if we're really pushing it, like I'm talking like flawless, there's no flaws, there's nothing. Yeah, that's gonna get boring real quick. I'm choosing power multiplier. You get strength while you still get the desire to become strong. If I'm making sense right now. If you think you can understand this. Alright, here we go. Fourth one. Let's try and break the cycle, huh?
Stop overpaying for sunglasses.
No.
It's crazy that the
This
most
stupid
expensive
ad.
thing you're wearing is...
Alright. Alright, this one's interesting. We might have broken the curse. We got Mugen and we got Subtraction. So if you don't know, Mugen is a game where you can play as anyone. So I'm assuming if we're taking this to Prime Mugen, which is not even a thing, if we're taking this to Prime Mugen, I would be assuming that you can summon infinite characters. I'm pretty sure Mugen means something, but I don't. I'm pretty sure Mugen means infinity, but for the sake of it being its own power, let's say you're able to summon any character. That's amazing. One, never alone. You are never alone. Your imagination is the limit. Then, I mean, have fun. Like, I mean, as long as you're not summoning the Joker or anything, we good. You good. Then any more, like, I mean, there's probably some character that you can think of that would be able to support you, but then there would be the problem that of independence, right? There would you literally, if you would use this, if you would have the power to summon any character from any TV show, no, not just TV show, media. We're talking media. We're talking like you can summon in anything. You're Doctor Strange in here. Alright? You are the one summoning the portals in Endgame. Spoiler alert. But if that's the case, it's complicated, right? I don't know if that would work. After a while, it would get tiresome, wouldn't it? I mean, that's the thing with most of these abilities. When you get tired of them, when you, like, when the charm, like, of course, if you're very creative, very smart, you know, you can think of a character every single day, then maybe you can get away with it, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be a few perils somewhere. You're gonna see you're gonna see something. You're gonna see the little perils become larger and larger as time goes on. And then there goes the enjoyment. Subtraction. Now, while it would be cool to summon any character, like, that's already a good thing. Like, or it could be, it depends on who has the power, right? There's a lot of characters with a lot of things, right? that being said, I am not really. I'm not real. I really could use, like, of course, most of these abilities have a lot of. You could do whatever you want with it. It's like a free choice. Like, you could do whatever, right? That being said, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you want a challenge. Maybe you want to be independent and want not rely on literal fictional beings. So let's say you want to go with subtraction. What are you gonna get? Now, we talked about addition and how you can literally, add things into reality. Like, we're talking prime versions of powers, right? If you can just subtract things from reality, that's just reality manipulation. You can just, let's say you wanted to subtract the world from reality. What are we gonna do? I mean, it's not really that practical though. Like, there's only that so many things you can want gone, and this is all you can do. So this is tough. Oh man. Subtraction or Mugen? I don't know. Like, if you wanna be, a subtraction is like, you know. Yeah, you can get rid of anything. Yeah, you can do any, like. This is an overpowered ability, but is it practical, right? That's practicality. It plays a whole part of in this. What if you pull a One Punch Man and you get sad that no one can beat you or anything like that? Or you're tired of your status that you will eventually build up because there is no way that anyone's beating you unless you're just stupid with this. But regardless, I'm going with Mugen. Yeah. Yeah, that. I gotta go with it. I'm going with that. We're going with prime versions of powers. I'm going with that. I'm going with that. Thank you very much. Oh boy. We got clock, like the time, and then we got symptoms. So, prime symptoms? Oh no. That's bad. Okay, so just to be, well, it's it's either, it's not really fair. If we say prime, if we're, well, we have gone with the prime version of every single power until now, right? So let's say the clock thing. You can use a clock to manipulate time. Alright? It's not gonna be like, yeah, you can summon in clocks or whatever. Like, you can do that. I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that. Hey, it's your choice. But time manipulation, powerful ability, cannot lie. But if we're talking of like symptoms, what if, alright, hear me out. What if you can just give anyone any symptom? And these don't even have to, do they even have to be good symptoms in order to be classified? In order for them to be, like, what is the definition of a symptom, right? it's a physical or mental feature. Pause. Right. So you can do. It's not even it's not even limited to physical things. You can also do mental things. Great. Which is regarded as intense, indicating a condition or of disease, particularly such a feature that is apparent to the patient. So that still can be a lot of different things, all right? We can, like, if we really want to be nice with it, we can add in some good symptoms where you can, like, let's say you could just regenerate someone, or you can make someone stronger, make someone faster, make someone smarter, etc., etc., until it, like, if you can do that, I might have to go with prime symptoms. I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. Prime symptoms. Oh man. Or times. Or prime time travel. Ooh, that's tough. You'd be like a doctor where you could just like do, like, you can just regenerate, you can decay, you can, maybe you can put, I mean, there's no limit on what you can do here, is what I'm saying. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got seasons. This is weird. Okay, let's be fair. The time, like, let's say the season, no powers, they, I don't know, I guess they would get powerful during, yeah, obviously they would get powerful during that, the particular season that they have control over. But once it's that season in particular, let's say you have spring, oh, you're gonna be powerful. Like, and then you would have to consider what sort of abilities what you have, and as these sort of like, what would you even be if you had control over spring or fall or like whatever? Like, okay, so fall is, it's cozy, it's cool, it's nice, it's kind of meh, it's alright. But spring is when there's the tornadoes and junk, right? Spring is when there's like the storms, but it's really clean with it. I ain't gonna lie, it's really nice. It's really a good season, right? It's very flashy. It's not just like winter when there's just snow around. Like, no, it's not like God. It's usually just a new thing every day, you know. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's raining, sometimes there's a storm. Other times there's whatever. You get my point. The point is, spring has more options, right? And what would you even like? There are so many complications to this sort of ability. Are we talking like elementals where you would literally have to like what would happen if your particular season just ended? Like, let's say it's winter and you control fall. What are you gonna do? Nothing. What if you become powerless at, like, that's a garbage power then. You have power only 1/4 of the time. Both of these are trash. I might rather be dumb. I ain't gonna lie. Prime dumbness. At least people won't expect much from me. But at least I wouldn't be useless of 3/4 of the time. What is that? Like, oh man, what is that? That is 9 months. You're useless for 9 months. I cannot believe that. That is, no. But if I have to go with one of these trash powers, because both of them are trash, I guess I'll go with spring because there's more options. Maybe I can summon in a storm. Well, fall, what are you gonna do? What are you actually notorious for? What are you gonna summon in leaves? Like, come on now. Be real. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, this one's easy. Again, why are most of these on this side? Anyways, speed embodied or galactic off the bat. Like it's not that. Well, galactic might have more power. Doesn't mean that it's more practical, right? Speed. First of all, you're doing too much. Speed is enough. But now you're speed embodied. Wow, cool. So not only are you faster than light, no, that's not enough. What are you, stupid? You have to be the fastest being. You are the fast incarnate, if that makes sense. You are speed, if that makes sense. So I feel like both of these are kind of impractical because what would a galactic person even look like? There's so many iterations, like it can really go any way. Like there's Galactus in Marvel. Huge giant eats planets, not a fun time. And do I want to risk that though? Like the other alternative, you're fast, is not how we're gonna do things here. If you're, this isn't, no, that's not a right thing to say. If you're speed embodied, you're not just fast. You're speed. I guess I choose galactic. I mean, there are some characters that have some galactic abilities that aren't really from, that can survive in the real world, that can like adapt to it, and they're fine. So I would rather risk that than being an embodiment. I'm not really into that junk where I'm fast and whatnot. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today. We got through 5, 6. We got through 7 of these. Nice job, everyone. I will see you guys later. Have a good day. And we're probably gonna run back to round 3 and try and figure out, like, I'm gonna try and get one of the more creative ones. We'll say that. Yeah, creative ones. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day. Have a good night. And I'll see you another day.